I've been in the recruiting industry for the past 18 years. I could still remember Monster, Career Builder, Hot Jobs. All of these companies are slowly falling by the wayside. The recruiting function, we all thought, oh my God, we need new applicant tracking systems. We need new tools. It's all going to happen and we're all going to be saved by the applicant tracking systems like Bullhorn. Guess what? Nobody was able to move the needle except that we just became more bogged down with more technology and more software, only to make our lives more complicated. Corporate recruiting has become a bloated giant. Recruiting agencies throw people at the problem, but all that is about to change. We're quietly moving in an era where AI is disrupting all industries. AI is going to collapse the org charts of the 2000s. They will no longer be spread across teams, but these positions they were all working on, these jobs that we were all working on, are going to be replaced by processes. So it's actually going to give the recruiters a much more relevant job to do, which were design. Before, the recruiters used to get away with sending a bunch of in-mails and posting jobs. Well, guess what? Spraying and praying is no longer the case. The new ways that we're moving along, 10 years ago, 7 years ago, 5 years ago, we moved into a era where tools like Seekout, and of course LinkedIn Recruiter, who can forget that buddy of ours, Seekout, Hire Ease was the talk of the town. And what's happening in the industry is you have these technologies and you have a group of people. These group of people find out about a technology, it becomes new. Some of these people find out about this technology early and they move on to new technology. So there are still people out there who have not even seen a tool like Seekout or think that LinkedIn Recruiter is really the claim to fame. But let me tell you, we've been able to put together some very interesting workflows for our clients at Recruit Cloud. We have totally pivoted away from doing contingency work. We think it's a business model that never will survive going forward unless you're an employer of record. But just to show you what all these things mean and how important technology and AI will be in the life of every recruiter, corporate environments. So what we have here is Seekout, an old tool, LinkedIn Recruiter, an old tool. And when we go look at jobs, your SDRs have to go out there and go to LinkedIn and sit there, press buttons, and try to find new jobs. Oh, look, I can click Java. So you can't even make heads or tails of this data because you don't know who is posting this. Is this a third party? It's a hot mess. It works for some people, but there's a better way. Now, there are many sources out there which give you absolute gold when it comes to finding jobs. Applications like DareStack will let you search the employer website, not guesswork. So you're able to go and find companies that are directly posting jobs on their website. Talk about getting leads. This is how you get leads. Another great tool, Fantastic Jobs, which we use because they go out and scrape all of the major applicant tracking system of companies that post. Obviously, companies that post on their internal greenhouse ATS or Paylocity or Lever are not third-party companies. So if you want to zoom in and target on the right people, this is the way to go. Then what we do, once we pull all this data, we go to our handy dandy clay.com, one of the most exciting tools that I have tried in the last 20 years. And that is the ultimate game changer. So for example, we're going to find some jobs here. You download a bunch of public URLs from LinkedIn. You run the enrichment in finding their personal emails right here. Then without further ado, you use Clay and a combination of different LLMs where you can pick multiples, different LLMs. Here we happen to use GPT 4o Mini. Decent for writing. We feed it the first name, last name, the job title, name of the company that we're sourcing for, including the candidate's LinkedIn URL, and we ask the LLM to go write an email that's highly personalized. And we continue to create 4 or 5 step sequence, but with various touch points in identifying the candidate. So the LLM does a great job. Here it is, we're sourcing and recruiting for one of our clients. The email gets written automatically by LLM. You train the LLM, you give it context, you keep improvising, you keep working the copy. And here, boom, in one shot, you are able to send hundreds of emails to your clients or to your candidates. In this case, we're talking about candidates. And of course, with a handy dandy tool like Recruit Cloud uses instantly to be able to reach out at scale. We push all of our campaigns into these particular email campaigns, purchase hundreds of email boxes so we can send anywhere between 15 to 30,000 emails without having your infrastructure shut down. Or if it does get shut down, you always replace it. And you're able to contact candidates at scale, get all the statistics of if your emails are going through, if they wind up in the email box, or if they wind up in spam. So you're able to take all of your sourcing and recruiting with the use of tools and LLMs to be able to go and search, find, email candidates at scale. Moreover, using MCP servers like we use here for Tavily, it takes a little bit of time to set up, but Tavily does a automatic search. So with a simple command, no need for a fancy UI, we can tell Tavily to go out and search for jobs in New York City, scrape automatic positions for you. This is just one of the examples. So this is an MCP server that connects to your tools. So now with a simple prompt, I'm able to go out and search the web for what I need. Let's do Scala engineers. Who cares about spelling? I never could spell. That's why we have the machines. So here it goes. Tavily is a web scraper, goes out and starts finding jobs for you. Oh, look at that. It says over 4,000 Scala jobs, market positions. Great. Now we want to tell it, now go and show me your SDR has become a text prompt. And here it's looking for specific companies. You can connect all of this into Clay, create a massive automation where this goes on autopilot. Let's see how this looks. It's thinking. We're all thinking. I'm thinking, you're thinking, Claude's thinking. Hey, failed to fetch. We're going out there. Look at that, Capital One, Goldman Sachs, Disney, the usual suspects. But let's tell it, can you find companies? Or better yet, why don't we use our Whisper tool where we don't have to type anymore? Very helpful. Can you go out and please find small companies, sizes 50 to 200 employees that are hiring for Scala? Because I'm afraid of the big companies. Yes, doing this with Whisper, fantastic tool, no longer have to go out and type. You don't have to be Mevis Bacon or take typing courses, which I did in my college. 40 words a minute, that was the goal. All right, so let's see. Scoped out small Scala hiring companies for cautious user. Small look at Scheme, Site, Hypervolt, UK, US. Anyway, we're just doing a small little search. We don't want to spend the whole day doing it, but you can see that we can put the world on fire here with all the absolute wonderful tools we have at our exposure. But then if you really want to get crazy, you can go ahead and run a list in tools like Gemini. And of course, Claude is good for one thing, Gemini is good for another, ChatGPT is great for something else. And now with the advent of agent, it is absolutely crazy what it could do. But if we go to Gemini and we look at, pull down a list of people, and with their LinkedIn profile, I gave it a prompt. I gave it a prompt to please go and evaluate and score all of these candidates for me. And that's exactly what it did. I uploaded a CSV with candidates, gave it a big, nice prompt, and we're off to the races. Claude has a fantastic capability to do the same as well. You can build meta prompts here to evaluate your candidates, which you can then paste into Clay to be able to get a score. So combining all these tools like Fantastic Jobs, their stack, with an infrastructure like Instantly where you can send thousands of emails, with Google Gemini, with Claude, and of course, can't forget the Chat GPT, my little French friend. So let's see what this dude got. Here we also uploaded a pretty big list of candidates and said, yo, here's the prompt, uploading a spreadsheet, job description, get me people, evaluate the peeps for me. And of course, it does. We get a full breakdown of candidates using the keywords. We can do an objective search or subjective search. And now we have saved thousands of hours. I no longer have to write Boolean strings. Jesus Christ, please save me from Boolean strings. I don't want to be a Boolean string person anymore. So we can use a little bit of light Boolean, create the search, pull down the data, and then boom, we go and we evaluate using LLMs. Tons of time. Build that formation, and then your candidates come in at scale. Now, of course, using the new agent on O3 is an absolute incredible. We can go to Comet, which is a new tool just launched by Perplexity, and it works a little something like this. But with this tool here, the agent mode, it can do most anything. We can even reverse engineer jobs. So let's go to K4's professional staffing. Oh no, let's not. Velocity Global K4 Staffing Solutions. Okay, let's search for some jobs. Senior Controls Engineer. Okay, let's copy this. Let's go to ChatGPT and let's ask the agent to do a reverse search. Hey, I'm going to paste job description here, posted by a recruiting agency. Your job is to go out and find any employer that may be posting a job that has the same verbiage, salary, same state, same location. The purpose here is that we want to learn and find out who is the end client for which Kforce is sourcing this position for. So I want you to go out, search the web like a magnificent fellow that you are. Or maybe you're not a fellow, I don't know. But go out there, pick up all the rocks, don't leave anything to anybody, don't believe anybody along the way, as you agents mostly do. Stay confined, stay focused, and stay thirsty, and please find me who is the end employer. Let's see, setting up a desktop. What I like you to do is see if they're the end employers, the actual companies that have posted this job on their website. And of course, K4 being the staffing company, we want to know who their client is. So you'll go out and identify a job description that's extremely similar based on the verbiage, location, and help me understand who is Kforce's client in this case. Who are they recruiting for? Because we know they're not recruiting for themselves. Can you do that for me? Here's the answer. Looks like Kforce is hiring for Magna International. Likely end employer, identical responsibilities, powertrain facility, Shelby Township, Michigan. Tier 1 supplier, 115, 125. Let's see, where is this role? Oh boy, Shelby Township, Michigan, Senior Controls Engineer. We just figured out who the end client is, or at least with 90% confidence. Anyway, this is what we do. This is what we'd love to do for you. And all of our clients have been very happy with the type of data we've been able to provide and the work that we've been doing, pushing through the barriers. Remember, you are the guide, not the river. The river is just all these tools. The tools will not make you better. Knowing how to use them to assist you to make your life easier and to be able to have more precision and be able to scale your work. So now one person like me can manage 20, 30 jobs easily, where before 20, 30 jobs would require for me to wear a straitjacket.